Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very exciting video planned. We will be going through 9 of the biggest investing apps in Australia. So by the end of the video, you'll get an understanding of the different platforms out there, how much it costs to invest, and just how easy it is nowadays to actually make an investment. So let's get straight into the video. So the first investing app is Pearler. Pearler charges a $6.50 flat fee when you're buying or selling Australian or US shares. They also have a 0.5% currency conversion fee when you are converting money from Australian dollars into US dollars, which means that if you invest $1,000 with Pearler, $993.50 will be invested. The minimum investment amount is $500. However, Pearler also does have a micro investing option, which allows you to invest from $5. They are a CHESS-sponsored broker, which means that your shares will be held in your own holder identification number. And Pearler also gives you the option to prepay your brokerage credits so you can save money. So instead of paying $6.50 per brokerage fee, if you do the prepaid option, then it would only cost you $5.50 per brokerage fee. And if you'd like all of this information put together in a nice PDF, plus some bonus information about how to get started investing, I've created a completely free cheat sheet that you can download in the description below. So now we know more about Pearler, let's go ahead and see what it's actually like to use. So to make an investment, I simply click here. And here it has a list of different ETFs that I can purchase. But if I would like to purchase individual stocks, I can also simply search up here. Here it has more information about this ETF. To purchase it, I simply click on buy. Here I can put in how much I would like to invest, for example, $500. And if I did have enough money in my account, then I can simply click on next and then confirm and then make my investment. As you can see, Pearler is really simple and easy to navigate. So if you have the skills to purchase something online, then you also have the skills to make an investment. And if you would like to try out Pearler for yourself, you can use my code Queenie for a $20 credit. This video is general in nature and doesn't constitute personal financial advice. You can read my full financial services guide in the description. The next investing app we'll be looking at is Sharesies. Sharesies charges a 1.9% transaction fee, which is capped at $5 per order, $6 per order, or 25 New Zealand dollars per order. And these fees all depend on which stock market you're investing in, which means that if you have $1,000 to invest with Sharesies, then $994 would be invested after fees. There's no minimum investment amount with Sharesies. You can literally invest from 1 cent. They also do have auto investment functionality. However, they are not a CHESS-sponsored broker, which means that your shares are not held in your own holder identification number. Sharesies gives you access to the New Zealand, Australian, and US stock markets. So now we know more about Sharesies, let's have a look at the app. As you can see, the app is very user-friendly. To make an investment, I simply click on Explore. Here it has a list of different companies that I can purchase and some different ETFs. I can click on any of these companies or ETFs and get more information. And to purchase it, I simply click on buy. I usually do a market order. However, you can also choose to do a limit order as well. And let's say I would like to invest 2 cents in this ETF. And then I click on buy. And there you have it. I made an investment and it only took a couple of minutes. The next investing app is Stake. The markets that you can get access to with Stake are the Australian stock market and the US stock market. They have a $3 brokerage fee for the Australian stock market or a 0.01% brokerage fee for trades over $30,000. And for the US stock market, they charge a $3 US brokerage fee or 0.01% for trades over $30,000, which means that if you have $1,000 to invest in the Australian stock market with Stake, then $997 will be invested. The minimum investment amount is $500. They don't currently have an auto invest feature, and they are a CHESS-sponsored broker. They also charge a 0.7% currency conversion fee when you are converting money from Australian dollars into US dollars or vice versa. So let's take a look at the Stake app. Here I can toggle between the Australian stock market and the US stock market. If I would like to purchase something, I can simply click on the search bar and search for different companies or ETFs that I'm looking to buy. To make an investment, I simply click on buy. Here I can choose a limit order, a market order, or a stop order. I'm just going to put in market order. And here I can put in how much I would like to invest. For example, $500. And if I did have enough money in my account, then I would simply be able to click on buy and then check out and then make that purchase. The next investing app is Superhero. Superhero charges a $5 brokerage fee for Australian shares, a $0 brokerage fee for ETFs, and a $0 brokerage fee for US shares, which means that if you have $1,000 to invest in the Australian stock market, then $995 will be invested if you do purchase Australian shares, or $1,000 will be invested if you purchase Australian ETFs. The minimum investment amount is $100 for the Australian stock market and $10 for the US stock market. They do have an auto invest feature, but they are not a CHESS sponsored broker. The markets that you can get access to with Superhero are the Australian stock market and the US stock market. Something interesting to note about Superhero is you can earn Qantas frequent flyer points on eligible transactions. So let's take a look at the Superhero app. To make an investment, I simply click on invest. Here it has a list of different shares and ETFs. And to make an investment, I simply click on add funds to buy. It will give me more information about how I can deposit money into my Superhero account. And if I did have enough money in my account, then I would simply be able to purchase this share. As you can see, the Superhero app is very easy and seamless to use. The next platform is SelfWealth. SelfWealth charges a $9.50 brokerage fee for the Australian stock market and a $2 brokerage fee for the US stock market. So if you have $1,000 to invest in the Australian stock market with SelfWealth, then $990.50 will be invested. The minimum investment amount is $500. They have an option to have a target portfolio, but they currently don't have an auto invest feature. They are a CHESS sponsored broker, and the markets that you can get access to with SelfWealth are the Australian stock market, the US stock market, and the Hong Kong stock market. So let's take a look at the SelfWealth app. To make an investment, I simply click on stocks. Here I can search for some stocks or ETFs that I would like to buy. To make an investment, I simply click on buy, and I can put in how much I would like to invest. For example, $500. And if I did have enough funds to make this purchase, then I would simply be able to click on buy and then make that investment. As you can see, the app works really well, but maybe isn't as user-friendly as some of the other apps, so maybe more suitable towards a more experienced investor. By the way, if you do appreciate the effort that we've gone into this video, going through each of these brokerage platforms, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. The next investing platform is CommSec. CommSec charges a brokerage fee from $10 up to $29.95, depending on how much you are investing. For investments over $25,000, they charge a brokerage fee of 0.12%. So if you have $1,000 to invest with CommSec on the Australian stock market, then $990 will be invested minus the brokerage fee. $500 is the minimum investment amount. They do have an auto invest feature, and they are a CHESS sponsored broker. The stock exchanges that you can get access to are the Australian stock market, the US stock market, and also many other different stock markets around the world. Something to note about CommSec is they currently have an offer running, which means that you can get your first 10 trades with the brokerage fees waived on trades under $50,000 before the 31st of July 2023. I currently don't have an account with CommSec. However, here are some screenshots of what the CommSec app looks like. As you can see, the app may not be the best for beginner investors and may be more suitable towards experienced investors. However, there are a lot of features that you can access with CommSec that other investing apps don't have, like advanced charts and things like that. So the next investing app is NAB Trade. NAB Trade charges a $9.95 brokerage fee for trades up to $1,000, and they charge a brokerage fee from $9.95 all the way up to $19.95, or 0.11% for trades above $20,000, which means that if you have $1,000 to invest in the Australian stock market, then $990.05 will be invested. $500 is the minimum investment amount. They do have an auto invest feature. They are a CHESS sponsored broker, and the markets that you can get access to with NAB Trade are the Australian stock market, the US stock market, and also many other international stock markets around the world. And I currently don't have an account with NAB Trade. However, I have found this page which gives you some screenshots of what the NAB Trade account looks like. As you can see, there is a lot of information here, but maybe not the best app to use for beginners and maybe more suitable towards more experienced investors. The next investing app is CMC Markets. CMC Markets has a $0 brokerage fee for buy orders up to $1,000 per day. So if you invest $1,000 with CMC Markets, then $1,000 will be invested. But over $1,000, the brokerage fee is $11. $500 is the minimum investment amount. They do have an auto invest feature. They are a CHESS-sponsored broker, and the markets that you can get access to with CMC Markets are the Australian stock market, the US stock market, and also many other different international stock markets. Your first investment with CMC Markets will have no brokerage fee, and this is what the CMC Markets app looks like. As you can see, there is a lot of information on this page. If I would like to make an investment, I simply click on this search icon, and here I can search for stocks and ETFs. Here it will give me more information about this ETF or stock. To buy, I simply click on buy. I can put in how much I would like to invest, and if I did have enough money in my account, I could simply click on review order and then make that investment. Personally, I think that the CMC Markets app does have a lot of information and some really advanced features, but it is an app that is more suitable towards experienced investors. The next investing app is IG Trading. IG Trading has a $5 brokerage fee or a 0.05% trade fee, whichever is higher, which means that if you have $1,000 to invest with IG Trading, then $995 will be invested. $500 is the minimum investment amount. They do have an auto invest feature. They are not a CHESS-sponsored broker, and the markets that you can get access to are the Australian stock market, the US stock market, and also many other international stock markets. I currently don't have an IG Trading account. However, here are some screenshots of what the IG Trading app looks like. As you can see, they do have candlestick charts and lots of different information, so it may be more suitable towards more experienced investors. This video was recorded in June 2023, so by the time you're watching this video, some of the information may have changed. So that's it. Those are our 9 different investing apps in Australia. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you would like to download my free investing cheat sheet, you can download using the link in the description below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!